This is King Noble Black Supremacy. And with this particular video, I want to talk about how the only direction you could be going in, if you consider yourself consciousness, if you consider yourself conscious, the only direction you could be going with your time, energy, labor, resources, self-actualization is black supremacy. It is the only direction. See, black supremacy is the glue of all the other schools of thoughts. And it's the fulfillment of all the teachers and enlightened beings that have come to this planet. The only direction you could be going in ultimately is black supremacy. Once you realize the power of your melanin and your relationship to the sun, and you realize your superiority on this planet as a melanated being, you realize and actually tap into your DNA, activate your DNA and actually realize who you are, which is what your teachers are telling you. Once you realize that we are the oldest people, the mother and father of civilization, that we invented art, architecture, algebra, music, science, everything, that we are the original civilization of the earth, that we're the founders of what you call civilization. Once you realize that, what direction could you be going in? All of our teachers and teachings are teaching within us that we are supreme. Even our occult information, our metaphysics, when they say you are God and tapping into the power within yourself and realizing who you are, we're talking about supremacy. When our groups are talking about sovereignty and having our own nation and being independent, where no one can rule over us or enslave us or oppress us or dominate over us anymore, we're talking about supremacy. We're talking about black supremacy. So all the schools are moving in a direction. There's no other direction to move in. Even your groups, your Hebrew Israelites, talk about Judah being the elect, the tribe of Judah, and that we're the chosen people of God, of the Most High. That this God chose us over all other races, made us supreme over all other tribes. That we would rule, that we would come back into power. But what we realize about those teachings is that we're not waiting for Jesus to come back, because all their prophecies have been wrong. So we're not waiting on a mystery God to come back and elevate us to supremacy and destroy our enemy. Never happened, never going to happen. So the more we accept that we are elect and we are supreme, the more we move towards black supremacy in our own lives, in our own paths, in our own journey, in our own self-realization. We can't wait on a mystery God to come back while an inferior entity wreaks havoc on the earth. That's a fact. All of your doctrines are moving you towards supremacy. The higher you get in consciousness. Because you're not doing it to get rich. You had the money before. You had the material before. There's so many methods for you to get that. You're not becoming conscious for that. You don't need to become conscious for that. You want to come into the supremacy, the realization of black supremacy, and the manifestation of black supremacy. That's the only direction you could be moving in. Any other direction is waiting on a spook or begging the white man for something, hoping that the white man will change or he'll do something or recognize equal rights or give you justice. Never going to happen. You have to move into the direction of supremacy, where we are supreme over our own affairs, over our own culture, our own reality, rulers of our own destiny, the gods of our own universe, and manifesting in this physical realm. There's only one direction to move towards. Once you've read all of the books, you've went to all of the lectures, you've Googled it, you've went on Wikipedia. What direction must you move in now? I'm telling you, there's only one, and that's Black supremacy. Any other direction is going to move you back towards the matrix of getting stuck, caught in a loop, caught in purgatory, caught on the fence. There's only one direction for you to move in right now. Black supremacy. You have to step into that. You have to embrace that. Anything else is begging. It's asking. It's trying to plead to, cry out to, seeking validation. It's time that we move into supremacy, not just the information of supremacy, the education, the historical and anthropological facts, the theology. No, it's time that we move into the actual supremacy. Because if we're not moving in a direction, we're stagnant. And unfortunately, we're going in the wrong direction. We're going back. If we're not moving into Black supremacy after all we have been exposed to, we are going backwards. A lot of our teachers was not ready to embrace Black supremacy. They hadn't even got themselves to that level. But they were pointing to it. Their information leads you to it. It didn't lead you just to be a historian. It didn't lead you to be a know-it-all, or just a factologist, or someone who has the facts or the data. It's leading you to actualize yourself as a supremacist, one who has the ability, the wherewithal, and the self-knowledge to stand in and as the supremacy over this devil and his wicked worlds and all of his machinations. Having the power within yourself and the awakening to stand and to move this universe, to move these circumstances and these situations and these false perspectives and these illusions and these apparitions, to move them into submission and to surrenderance of the only truth and the only reality, which is Black supremacy. That's only one direction you're moving into, if you're moving at all. And that is to the manifestation of Black supremacy on this earth by any and every means necessary and unnecessary. That is the true spirit and a true mentality. This will not be just another chapter in an unwritten book. This will not be another legacy of talkers and orators and philosophers and institutionalized Negroes under white supremacy. This will be the manifestation of doers, beers, people who cannot settle for less, unable to see any other objective, and cannot be sold on their inability to achieve the objective and the manifestation of Black supremacy. There is only one direction you could be moving into, and that's moving you past a lot of stuff. Because a lot of stuff is leading you back to the Matrix, leading you to Hollywood, leading you back to the trannies, leading you back to the grocery store, leading you back to validation through the white man's materialism. A lot of stuff is leading you back to spookism and fairy tales. Go in the right direction, and there's only one direction that you could be moving through as you navigate through all life's obstacles, circumstances, and situation. They're only revealing one thing to you. They're only saying one thing to you. They only ask one thing of you. And that is Black supremacy. Unequivocally and inescapably. The lip service, no more. The imagination and fantasizing, no more. It's time that we take our very life and our experiences and our journey and we fashion it into the evidence and the reality of Black supremacy on this earth. That's the time we're in now. We can't go back. Our teachers have already done the work. They gave you the information. They've already done their job. You don't have to redo it, regurgitate, or rehash their information. They completed their work. Your job now is to physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally move in and as and through the spirit of Black supremacy. This is King Noble. Join my website, www.kingnobleuncensored.com. Donate and don't hate. Follow me on Instagram at kingnobleuncensored.com. Subscribe to my new YouTube page, King Noble Guru. Black supremacy.